We are presenting a series of lectures on various important topics in history important for UPSC and BPSC exam on behalf of Mind IAS. As we know, in the last video our topic was 1857. We discussed different historians' view regarding 1857. In this video, we will be discussing various factors which led to the revolt of 1857. Now, what are those factors? The causes are political, economic, socio-religious, administrative, military, and other factors. These are the different causes of 1857. Please keep in mind political, economic, socio-religious, administrative, military, and other factors. We will discuss these factors in details. First, the economic factors. Economic factors. Now we can always say the advent of British in India led to the impoverishment of three kinds of people. First, the peasantry class, secondly, the artisans or the handicraftsmen, and thirdly, traders or the mercantile class. So what are these? Led to the impoverishment, which means poverty, of peasantry class, artisans, and mercantile or the trader class. We will discuss how did it led to the impoverishment of these kinds of people. Now, in case of peasantry class, it caused poverty with the introduction of land revenue settlement system. Land revenue settlement system. Now, what is land revenue settlement system? We will discuss in brief what are those land revenue settlement system. In short, we are writing LRS, Land Revenue Settlement System. Zamindari system, Ryotwari system, and Mahalwari system. Now, Zamindari system was introduced in the year 1793 by Lord Cornwallis. What are the other features of Zamindari system? Zamindars were made the permanent owners of land. They were made the permanent owners of the land. What are the other features? This system was very exploitative for the peasant class. So we can always say exploitative for peasants or small peasants. Now, what was the share of the British government in Zamindari system? It was 89% share of the total produce. 89% belonged to the East India Company, while 11% belonged to the Zamindars, who collected the land revenue. Clear? Now, where was the Zamindari system introduced? We can always denote this through a small map in India. Through a small map of India. The areas of Zamindari system are Bihar, Bengal, Odisha, UP, MP, Andhra. So these are the areas of Zamindari system. Please keep in mind. Moving on to Ryotwari system. Now, Rotwari system, what are the features of Rotwari system? It was introduced for the first time in Madras Presidency, present day Tamil Nadu. Who introduced Rotwari system? Introduced by Alexander Reed and Thomas Munro. While Thomas Munro was the governor of Madras from 1819 to 26. What are the other features of Rotwari system? Other features are, in Zamindari system, the zamindars were made the permanent owners of the land, but in this case the ownership lies with the ryots. So now ryots or the raiyat in Hindi were the owners of the land. They had the right to sell, transfer or lease the land. Clear? So this was Rotwari system. We can always say less exploitative as compared to Zamindari system. Clear? Now we can always denote in India where was Rotwari system first introduced. Parts of Madras Presidency, later also introduced in parts of Maharashtra, etc. Rotwari system. Now next comes Mahalwari system. Mahalwari system, it was introduced by Holt Mackenzie. Holt Mackenzie. Please remember the name. In the year 1822. 1822. Where was it introduced? Introduced in the northwestern parts of Bengal Presidency. Bengal Presidency. Now, what are those areas of northwestern parts of Bengal Presidency? In parts of Agra, in UP. Now, what are the features of Mahalwari system? We can say the features of Mahalwari system are, in this, one bigger unit was known as Mahal. One bigger unit known as Mahal. Here, the collector of the land revenue was the village headman. Who collected the land revenue? Village headman on behalf of the villagers. Later, Mahalwari system was also introduced in the Punjab. Later introduced in Punjab. So we can always draw on India map areas of Mahalwari system. Northwestern parts of, this was the Bengal Presidency, parts of Mahalwari system, Punjab and Agra. In Agra, Mahalwari system was popularized by Lord William Bentinck. It was popularized by Lord William Bentinck. So these were some of the important land revenue settlement system introduced by the British: Zamindari, Rotwari and Mahalwari system. Now moving on to the next class of people which suffered at the hands of the British were the artisans. So what we are discussing? Impoverishment of artisans class. How did they become poor? Now, artisans were patronized by the rulers of the princely state. So they were patronized by princely state. Princely states. When British started conquering the territories of India, there was diminish or reduction of princely state. gradually artisans lost their patronage. So their impoverishment was as a result of loss of patronage. Loss of patronage by the rulers. Clear? Next, the third class of people which suffered at the hands of the British as part of economic factor of 1857 were the traders or the mercantile class. Now, we must all know that India still today as well as at that time was known as country of cottons. So, what did British do? British destroyed the economic fabric of the country. How did British destroy the economic fabric of the country? There is a popular statement, flooded the country of cottons with cotton. Country of cottons with cotton. How did they do, or how did they manage to do this? First, by imposition of high tariff rate on Indian made products or goods. So by imposition of high tariff rate on Indian made goods. Conversely, what they did, they reduced the tariff rate on the British made or British manufactured products. So secondly, how reduction of tariff rates on British made goods. So these were the process followed by the, or we can say, systematic process by which British caused the pauperization of India. What we can say? They caused pauperization, which again means impoverishment of the country. Clear? Thank you.